Hey, hello, welcome back. Hello, Beach. I saw you in the chat. Hello, Beach. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, Beach. How's your day been? I hope your day has been well. Mine has been, my day has been a bit problematic. Ugh. I was driving, and the next thing you know, I heard this loud bang, and yeah, we couldn't go out anymore. I think we need to sort. First thing tomorrow, I've got to get the car to the garage. Ugh, at the best of times, have car trouble. Hello, Paul. Hello, Paul Schlatter. Please, Paul. Okay, now that we're not many here. Paul, is it Schlatter or Scatler? Which one is it? Schlatter or Scatler? Which one is it? Scatler or Sclatter or getting myself in a tongue twist. Inquisitor Bacon, hello. Just finished a nice supper. Oh, nice. What did you have, Beach? What did you have? Accident or tire blowout? Not an accident and not a tire blowout. I think something might have dropped from the front. I don't know. Something's come loose from the front uh left side, because here in the UK on the we drive on the right side, so it looks like the sound has come from the left. Anyway, they'll sort it tomorrow. Peas. Hey, Dumva, hello. Let me tell you, spell your name phonetically, Paul. Please help me. Dumva, how are you? Peas, roast potatoes, and turkey. Hang on, Beach. Beach, what part of the world are you in? What part of the world are you in? I thought you were in the US. What part of the world do you live in, Beach? The right side, which is the. Excuse me, Paul, excuse me. It's the right side for a reason. It's the right side for a reason. You're talking about the right side, which is the wrong side. Come on, man. It's called the right side for a reason, because it is indeed the right side. I don't care. Just as long as the car takes me where I need to go. Right side, wrong side, whatever side. Just take me there. In Canada, but originally from England. We immigrated when I was 8 years old. Oh wow. So what time is it now where you are, Beach? What time is it now? Because you said supper, and I'm thinking, okay, if you've had supper, so right now it should be about 6 o'clock, 7. Not sure. So what time is it? Okay, let's get started. Let's talk about missionaries and colonization of Africa. This is not going to be an interesting. It's not going to be one of those feel good streams. Unfortunately, not. And we need to talk about these things. These are things that we need to try and. Some people haven't got a clue. Some people do not know the first thing about missionaries, what they do in Africa, and the role they had in colonization, if at all there was any, if they had any role in the colonization of Africa. We hear so many things. So for me, also, it's a learning stream. We learn, and we discover things as we go along. 4:36 p.m. and you've had supper already by 4:36. Wow, that's early. Hmm, that's early to have supper. Hmm, okay. Or is it me? Okay, here we go. So,
You are a writer, but writing novels is hard. You have to manage those sentences, characters.
To evil on the other.
so the title of this video says How Colonialists Used Religion to Permanently Destroy African Spirituality. Actually, no, let's not start with this one. Let's start with the other one. Wait, let's start with, they're just short videos, these are. The role of missionaries in the
The role of
colonization
missionaries in the colonization of
of
Africa.
Africa.
Missionaries, especially.
Hang on, sir. Okay, so missionaries. Yesterday we talked about Mother Teresa. Missionaries, well, they claim to do good work. They claim to be doing the Lord's work, but you have to ask the question, what exactly is driving them? What exactly is the rationale that they give that they would go over to someone else's country and quote unquote do good? I'm not I'm not trying to speak ill or evil about anyone. This is not to try and berate or to speak down on anyone. This is about just going back in history and looking at what exactly happened and if we can learn a thing or two. And also, this idea that Christianity is somehow a loving religion. All they want to do is love. All they want to do is spread the good news. At what cost does your mission work? At what cost is it to the people that you go and give these missions to? Countries still, countries are still trying to recover from colonization. Beach, that's going to be a long time still. That's one. I think originally Christianity spoken as colonial evil. Originally, so Christianity was spoken of as colonial evil. I don't know if I can confidently, hand on heart, tell you that Christianity caused the colonization. I don't know. Maybe by the time we're done with these videos, we'll see what happens. But I think that, which my thoughts might be subject to change. I think that the people who came to colonize had their religion, and they thought the religion was good, and that if we introduced our religion to these primitive people, it might help them. So I think they were thinking that they were doing a good thing. I don't think they saw, beyond what Christianity would become over in Africa long after they have left. I don't think anyone thought that far um, beyond. I don't think they did. I think just at the time, we're thinking, okay, this is, well, you know what? Let's see these videos. I'll be thinking of Canada's First Nations a lot while listening to this. So wait, Beach, did Canada colonize countries too? Was Canada um, did they go over to colonize places? Okay, before we do anything, what is colonization? How about let's do that? Because That word just gets thrown around. Colonization. That word gets thrown around. Okay, here we go. Let's go see what the meaning of colonization is. So, colonization is the action or the process of settling among and establishing control over the indigenous people of an area. The action of appropriating a place or dominion for one's own use. So, the people who colonized took over these lands so they could control. So, colonization is the act of setting up a colony away from one's place of origin. So, let's see colonization of Africa. The principal powers involved in the modern colonization of Africa are Britain, France, Germany, Portugal, Spain, and Italy. In nearly all African countries today, the language used in government and media is the one imposed. Highlight that word, imposed. The language used in government and media over in Africa is the one imposed by a recent colonial power. Though most still speak their native African languages. So I think I learned English as a result of colonization. Okay, let's go and see that video.
The role of missionaries in the colonization of Africa. Missionaries, especially from Portugal, France, Britain, and Germany, went to Africa.
Sorry, guys, what
under
am
the
I doing?
premise of converting the locals to
Sorry.
Christianity. However, in doing so, they actually aided in the colonization of Africans. In many
Hang on. Let's see here. Okay, right. I got the video now.
The role of missionaries in the colonization of Africa. Missionaries, especially from Portugal, France, Britain, and Germany, went to Africa under the premise of converting the locals to Christianity. However, in doing so, they actually aided in the colonization of Africans.
I'm going to take that back so you guys can hear that statement, what was made. They went over to convert people to Christianity, but ended up being instrumental in the colonization of Africa. So when they tell you Christianity, oh, a beautiful religion. Ah, where Jesus loves you, he cares for you. The things that have been done in the name of Jesus and God. This is not to promote hate at all. This is history. Like it or not, this happened. I don't have to try and create a narrative. This is exactly what happened. There's much more that could be said. Slavery, but that's not the subject of today. We're talking today about the missionaries and the colonization of Africa. How did the missionaries become instruments in the colonization of Africa? Okay, let's hear that again.
Of Africa. Missionaries, especially from Portugal, France, Britain, and Germany, went to Africa under the premise of converting the locals to Christianity. However, in doing so, they actually aided in the colonization of Africans.
Mm.
In many cases, Christian conversion looked more like European capitalist conversion.
Wow.
Robert Moffat wrote about Mzilikazi, the Ndebele king in Zimbabwe. His government is one of tyranny and intrigue, lies and blood. I feel melancholy. I often feel willing to suffer anything or die any kind of death if it would only result in the moral renovation of the Matabele through deliverance from their present awfully degraded condition. Missionaries came with the attitude that all things European were superior.
Mm-mm.
David Livingstone and Fabry of the German Missionary Society in Namibia believed that once Africans were colonized, they would more likely seek Western education and Christianity.
So the missionaries came believing that they were superior. And guess what? It's still going on till this present day. The other day, I think 3 days ago, 4 days ago, I showed you the video of Makoko, where uh, the missionaries were saying for people to pray that God will bring the people with the right religion to Africa. Missionaries till this present day still want God to bring the right version of Christianity to Africa because the Africans are going to hell. So for you to think that, then that means you feel superior. You feel that your version of Christianity is superior to the others. They're Christians too. These people you're talking about are Christians too. But you have the better version than they do. You place yourself over and above others. When religion makes people see themselves as somehow special than others, then that religion becomes problematic. That religion could eventually become very toxic. And we have history to show us what has happened in the name of Christianity. Mm.
They believed it was their mission to convert the uncivilized and barbaric Africans.
Mm-mm.
One could not distinguish between Christian principles and those of the colonists because they misused biblical passages.
Oh, wow. Let me take that back. God, this is just. Mm-mm. Gosh, this is
Would
not
more
good.
likely seek Western education and Christianity. They believed it was their mission to convert the uncivilized and barbaric Africans. One could not distinguish between Christian principles and those of the colonists because they misused biblical passages. Mission
What volume do you want me to turn up? The volume from the actual video itself or my volume? Because I think the volume from the hold on, let me check something.
missionaries encouraged Africans to rebel against everything.
That's the best. I think that's the loudest you can go. Hang on, hang on. Just hold on. Let me check something over here. It's the best thing that I've ever done. Audio. Let me check audio. Um, mic volume seems okay. Everything seems okay. I don't know. The volume of the video that I'm playing. Oh, you're from Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, wow. I don't know why, but it looks like the volume is at the loudest. Hang on, let's see. This is okay here. Playback volume is okay. Okay, Paul. Right, let's see how we get on.
Thing that formed the foundation of family and society. They preached that salvation could only be obtained through formal work, earning a paycheck. Ironically,
Wait, they preached that salvation could be obtained through work. I've never heard this before. They preached. No, guys, it's like every time I listen to this, I hear something new. I can't. What they were preaching that these people need to work to get salvation.
the colonists, because they misused biblical passages.
Oh, they misuse biblical passages as if that's a new thing.
Missionaries encouraged Africans to rebel against everything that formed the foundation of family and society. They preached that salvation could only be obtained through formal work, earning a paycheck. Ironically, European colonists were the only people paying for labor. The missionaries believed Africans were lazy and underutilizing their land, and Europeans would be better suited for it. Naive African chiefs sought advice from missionaries on how to sign treaties with Europeans, but were almost always betrayed.
Oh, wow. So they saw the people as lazy and not able to take care of their own lands. So they're superior, they're better. So the missionaries will pretend like we are on your side. We'll show you what to do. We are the good guys. We are the Jesus people. No, we've not come to hurt you. We've come to help you. We've come to save you. The colonizers, they have a mission. They want to take over. They want to take over the lands. And guess what? The people are betrayed by the missionaries. It's terrible, man.
In essence, colonialism was partly facilitated by missionaries. We are grateful that they educated Africans and opened.
Oh, I love this quote by Desmond Tutu. He said, when the missionaries came to Africa, they had the Bible and we had the land. They said, let us pray. We closed our eyes. When we opened them, we had the Bible and they had the land. That's a beautiful statement right there. The missionaries came to Africa. They had the Bible. We had the land. They said, let us pray. We closed our eyes. When we opened them, we had the Bible and they had the land.
Clinics in remote villages, but we cannot forget that their motives were impure and their actions were detrimental.
So if their motives were impure, their actions detrimental, why are we still holding on to their religion? If they were impure, their actions detrimental, why are Africans still holding on to the religion of these people? It's just a question. Just a question. Just a question.
The role of missionaries in the colonization of Africa. Missionaries, especially
Actually,
from
no, we just
Portugal,
watched that.
France.
Sorry. That's not the one I was trying to play. This one. Okay.
Talking about colonization as something of the past without any relevance to present issues is failing to appreciate the trauma and disruption that colonization has caused and continues to cause. Today's video is brought to you by Obafa. If you are interested in current affairs, history, politics, and being socially connected, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out more about the Obafa app. Remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's critical to examine the premise, objectives, and structure of the colonial project to be able to identify its consequences to this day and not contribute to it. Here are some examples of how colonization is still palpable in African countries at many levels to this very day. Religion. Religion has been a pillar of colonialism. Disguised under a so-called necessity to civilize, religion was used to advance Western hegemony and antagonize non-Western people, in this case, African people, by presenting them as inherently inferior and in need of salvation.
Livingstone was he was an explorer.
So when you present them as inherently inferior, is that not racism? Is that not where racism begins? When you see the primitive people, the dark-skinned people, the ones that look nothing like us, inherently inferior, and so we're superior. We need to go and save them. We need to go do something. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Do you think that Westernization of Africa has been a good thing or not? What do you think? Do you think it has helped? I know there are negatives, but of course there has to be some positives, because now people learn English. But did they choose to learn English? Did they choose that path for themselves? Of course not. It was forced on them. So can something, what's been forced on you, still be good for you? That's just a question I have. Do you think something what's forced on you, can that still be a good thing? What do you guys think? Hey, Ricardo. Hello, Ricardo Holloway. Guys, what do you think? Do you think that forcing something on you can eventually lead to some kind of good? Because I think about the story of Mary in the Bible. Mary didn't have much choices. Mary did not, I don't think she chose that life for herself. It was imposed on her. But we're made to believe that, yeah, she gave birth to the Savior of the world, so all was good afterwards. But hang on. Was that not infringing on her fundamental rights? I don't know. So guys, please, I need your voices here. I need your input, because I need to know what your thoughts are. But the Old Testament, this is about Africa. Can't say I like any of these deity prophets or messiahs. Okay. Good has come from colonization. That does not make it good. Ibo, what good can you think that has come from colonization? What good can come from colonization? Are the people over there not better off just being left to their own devices? I don't know. At what point do you say, look, it's their land, it's their property, it's their business. We can come in and help from time to time. But to go in the pretense of trying to help, then go and take over and dominate, and then take them away as slaves. I don't know. What do you think? This is also the technology that came from this would not exist even for Europeans if it did not happen. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I really don't know. Being force fed religion only leads to mental dysentery and breakdown. I don't know if anything that's forced on you can ever be good. There might be some good bits to it, but really and truly, is it good? He said they told us to pray. So when we close our eyes, when we open our eyes, they had the land and we had the Bible. Yes, Desmond Tutu said that. 34 passages in scripture approve of slavery. Goodness. Hey, Atheist Mo, how are you doing today? Theo, the end doesn't justify cruel means. Exactly. Now they have technology now, but the remnants of the evil act is still there. You cannot wipe out that history. It still lingers on. No matter how uncomfortable this is, no matter how we want to just sweep it under the carpet and let it just go away. The fact that in this religion, they have the backing of the religion for their actions. That's what I'm just trying to highlight. I know some of these people didn't think that they were doing anything bad. Some may have thought it, some may not. Some may have thought, okay, I'm just going to go and fight for country. Country, yes, sir, we're going. Let's go fight for country and for, they think that they're doing their work to their God and to their. So they may not have seen it as inherently evil, what they're doing. But the fact that they've got a book that tells them it's okay. Ooh. As we have witnessed, Esther, that religion leads to dishonesty and lies. Exactly. Kirk failed at it quite a few times. Okay, let's see the rest of this.
Livingstone, he says, the end of the exploration, which appears to be for commercial reasons, no, that's the beginning of mission. Mm-hmm. We can explore, we can establish trade routes, we can establish stations, but London Missionary Society, it was the biggest of the interdenominational societies. Their simple aim was to establish mission stations worldwide.
Free trade, it was thought, was going to revolutionize the world by bringing peoples into connection with each other. And I think most missionaries thought in terms of these free trade ideas.
A direct result of this philosophy is the introduction and propagation of Christianism by Europeans and the association of traditional African religions and any elements of African spirituality to evil on the other. The incoherence and irony of Europeans assessing African spiritual and religious beliefs as evil when they were themselves involved in dehumanizing, kidnapping, and trafficking African people for centuries seems, however, not to be questioned to this day by many African followers of these religions.
Gosh.
To this day, the only official religions in most African countries that have been colonized remain linked to Christianity and Islam, effectively continuing projects of colonialism and exploitation.
The African Christians, a lot of them don't care to know the history. A lot of them, even when they know, oh, it's Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why I feel like
To eradicate the African.
I feel like if Jesus truly existed, if Jesus was truly God, why would he watch this evil being done in his name? If there is a God, he would know that some parts of the world are educated, got everything they need, but some other parts of the world haven't quite got. Wouldn't it be his duty to try and make everyone better off? Or is it because of sin? Is it because of sin that makes these people worse off than these? I don't know. I just want us to think, that's all. Especially Christians. Especially Christians. Someone said the other day, they said, how are you a black person and a Christian? Considering what the religion did to your people. And I didn't have an answer. Because I was thinking, yeah, but there's the offer of heaven. We go to heaven. When we're done, we go to heaven. So I didn't think it through. I did not understand what the person was asking at the time. But now I get it.
Identity.
The London Missionary Society, £12,000, if not more so, in debt, battling to keep up with his vision. He wanted to open up Africa. He started talking to the Foreign Office in Britain.
Because he was dealing at the same time with the British government, who were prepared to finance him on this Zambezi expedition and give him both the title consul that he needed and the funds.
As Dr. J.E. Kwegir Agrey said, it is time that Africans and those who are committed to Africa's liberation from a colonial paradigm internalize that only the best is good enough for Africa. What do you think about today's topic? Join the conversation using the Obafa app. Become part of the Voice of Africa and make yourself heard with Obafa. You can also make friends with thousands of people who share the same thoughts and feelings.
Okay. So the next video I'm going to play.
Do you guys see this app
actually,
right here? It's called
just one
Audible.
second, guys.
There's actually a better way to make money on Amazon.
I hear a lot of Christians who will, and whether I hear a lot of.
Some of you might know Herman Matter. I really appreciate the work that he does. He's an atheist and he speaks a lot about the fundamentals of Christianity and all that good stuff. And I don't really want to go too deep into the topic of colonization because that's one subject that could stir up a lot of emotions, and you need to have the ability to control those emotions. But I want to focus more on missions and missionaries, because a lot of missionaries go to these places with very good intentions, but they don't know what they leave behind. They don't see the impact of their quote unquote good actions. So That's why this video says why Christian mission trips don't actually help. Okay, so let's go see.
I hear a lot of Christians who will, and whether they're students of mine or people I've met, who have said, they're going to another country to go on a mission trip. They're going to go during winter break or spring break, and they're going to, bring the love of Jesus or bring some Bibles or maybe try to help build some shelters or something. And so there's this ambivalence I have regarding mission trips. And what always comes to my mind, and maybe this is just because I am a teacher, is this program called Teach for America. And Teach for America is this thing that a lot of students do, especially elite students, at the best schools in our country. They're from Harvard, Yale, really good schools. And what they decide to do is after they graduate, they're going to spend 2 years taking a crash course over the summer, learning how to teach. And then they're going to go into some of the roughest schools in the country, and they're going to teach those kids. And they make a 2-year commitment minimum to work with these kids and educate them. And on paper, that actually looks like a great idea, that they're going to, you have these brilliant minds, and they have a passion for teaching. Obviously, their intentions are wonderful, and they're going to go there and they're going to help these kids. But the reality of the situation, and I've seen this article after article where former Teach for America people who either dropped out of the program or finished it but had a bitter taste in their mouth, a lot of them will write these articles about how they don't actually think they helped. And the reason is you're going into these schools where the kids need some dedicated teachers with experience who know what they're doing. Passion is great, but if you don't actually know how to, handle a group of 30 rowdy kids, you may not really be helping them. And if you don't know how to teach, and sometimes that takes a few years to really develop, are you really doing what's best for those kids? And so 2 years after they finish their commitment, a lot of these students leave the program and they go off to law school or medical school or whatever their future plans were. You hope they're not just resume builders, but in some cases that turns out to be the case, where they went for these 2 years just so they could look good on an application. And so they leave these schools, and these kids end up worse off than where they would have.
Okay, he's talking about kids that go off, spend 2 years helping other kids. But let's take it back to missionaries. So these missionaries, who vets these missionaries? Who vets them? Because someone comes and says, I want to help. Okay, come on then. Yes, we need helping hands. Come on, let's go. Who vets these people that you're taking over to communities? Who is the one that's going to check what their motives, their intentions truly are? Whether indeed they're able to really do the work that you want them to do. Because however small you think that's a job they're going to go and do over there, to you it might look like it's a small deal, but to those communities it's a huge deal. You're telling those people that our God is better than your gods. Your gods are evil. Ours is good. Meanwhile, you, with your own God, you're not sure about your own religion. And lots of these people who go over to these mission trips, some of them are in really bad state of affairs for themselves. They're not good people, but they think that by going to do missions, that will somehow make them good people. They might be the lost cause, the black sheep, who's got nothing to offer society. But they think, okay, let me go on this mission trip. By the time I go and come back, I'll earn some respect. So no one votes. Okay, all right. Come on, we just take any and everyone down there. Mother Teresa yesterday said she was hearing from God from the age of 12. In the name of missions, people have drafted delusional people. They have drafted people with severe mental health problems who think they might be hearing one God or another speaking to them. But we just anyone, just sheep, let's go. Sorry, guys. I know I've been ranting there. No one vets them or teaches them about biblical history. Just go to promote. You see, beach, that right there is the problem. They just go and plant. Then when they're done planting, they uproot them back. They leave that mess. They leave that there. And look at where we're at with Christianity in Africa today. Look where we're at. No one vets them. We just, you've got time on your hands. You've got 1 year out of your life. Let's go. Let's just go. Some of your missionaries have gone there and raped young girls, have raped young boys. But hey, who's going to hold them responsible? No one. After all, they're doing the Lord's work. They're doing the Lord's work. Mark says, I've been hearing everything God has been saying since the day I was born. Nothing. Mark, at least you can boldly say you hear nothing. It's the people that say, God spoke to me. God, he came to my bedroom. I saw him. He looked white. He stretched his hand and he said, go to go to Africa. Go and do this in my name. Go and do. Those are the people that I worry about. Now that I know, since becoming an atheist, now that I know that there's no God that interferes in the affairs of men. Any claims of a God speaking to anyone, you have to really check the source of those claims. Herman should be happy. He was. I know his finger looks like he was. Right. Ooh.
Been with another teacher, a regular teacher who went through a certification process. And, all these good intentions didn't really go anywhere. So that's what I think of when I think of mission trips, because I see these wonderful people who want to do this thing that sounds so great on paper. They want to go to another country and help these people, these poor people. And they want to give them what? They want to give them Jesus. They want to give them Bibles. They want to build a church. And I'm thinking like, wow, that's not what they need. They need shelter and they need food and clothing, clean water. That's what they need. And you're going in there, and are you really helping? Because it's not like you land there and all of a sudden you're off and running. It takes a little bit to get acclimated to the territory and to learn about the people you're trying to help. And so when you have these like 1 week mission trips and then you leave and you get your photo op and you feel like you've done a good job, I have to ask, like, have you really helped them? Or was this for them or was this for you? And I think
good question. Was it for them or was it for you? 9 times out of 10, it is for them. The missionaries. They want to feel good that they have done something for God. They want to feel like they have been instrumental into winning souls into the kingdom of Christ. There's a picture I have that I saw this picture, and the picture just completely broke my heart when I saw it. I don't know if I can find that picture now. I saw this picture somewhere, and I thought, this is not good. This is just sickening. I don't know if I'll be able to find the picture. Hopefully I can find it. Just 1 second, guys. Let me find that picture, and I'll show you the picture so you can see exactly what I'm. Yes, I found the picture. So let me save this. Right, okay, just 1 second, guys. I found the picture. Let me go check here. What's happening? Can you guys still see me? Gosh, what's happening here? Okay. What the? Just 1 second, guys. How can we show this picture? Why is this thing not showing? I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, let me try something else. I hope this. No, it's not working. Oh gosh, can you guys still see me? Yes, you can still see me. Okay, all right, good. I don't know, for some reason. I'll still try and find this picture, but for some reason it's just not working. Okay, right. Let's carry on listening to Herman.
Too many
Matter.
cases, these mission trips are just there for the people who go. It's there to make them feel good about themselves, like they really helped, when I don't think they always do. It's there to, make the church look good, like they're actually doing something beyond the church walls to help. I think if people who go on mission trips, because again, these are well-intentioned people, their heart's in the right place, but if they really want to help, there's a couple things they could do. One is make a serious long-term commitment. If you're going to go to a third world country, stay there for the whole summer. Take a year off and go there and help. That could actually do something meaningful because you have some time to actually get to know them and their environment. That would be beneficial.
I don't know. I don't agree. I don't know. I just spend the whole summer. You still have to leave eventually. They will still have to leave. What do you guys think? Do you think these missionaries staying longer, is that better, or is that supposed to be better for those communities when they'll still have to leave eventually? And they will leave feeling good. Oh, I've done something for the kingdom of my master. The master's kingdom. YouTube raptured me yesterday. But funny enough, guys, the video was absolutely fine. You guys said you saw a sign that the copyright thing on the video. The video was there was no copyright claim on the video at all. None whatsoever. I keep checking to see yesterday's video. Is there a copyright claim? But let me tell you, so far so good. There has been nothing. So, okay. I've only heard of one missionary who stayed longer, and he learned the people didn't need him there. They didn't need him there. I mean, I get it. Some missionaries have gone to these places and have loved it and have decided to stay. I get that. That's something people can do of their own volition. It's something they want to do. That's understandable. But it's this idea, for me, the idea is that let's go and save those people. They need saving. Our God is better than their God. Do you know how I felt when I realized that Jesus and the gods the Africans are worshiping, they're all one and the same? Do you know how upsetting that was for me? Because we were made to believe that that what we worship was evil. The juju, all those things, those were evil. But Jesus was the answer. We had the song, Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Yeah, they teach us these songs that Jesus is the answer. Above him there is no other. So when I realized that Jesus and the Orisha, the Ifas and the Oguns, and that they were all one and this, oh, that was so upsetting to me. That was really upsetting. Paul. Right, let's hear the rest of Herman Massa. Oh, my goodness.
Official. And wow, I would have a very hard time complaining about a Christian who says, I'm going there. Yes, I want to teach them the Bible and stuff I don't think really helps, but I'm going to be there for a while. I really want to help these people out. And we're going to, help them with medical supplies and building a hospital maybe somehow, or building a school and educating them and tutoring them. That would actually help, but that requires a long-term commitment. And a lot of church mission trips, they don't plan on long-term commitments. But here's a simpler idea. A lot of these mission trips cost thousands of dollars. I mean, these kids have to raise a lot of money, hundreds, maybe $1,000 to go overseas, and they're raising that money. Here's a better idea. Take that money that you fundraise and then put it in an envelope and send it to a group that is already working there long-term. Because those people need things that cost some money. They need those wells to get water. They need supplies and food, and they need people who are going to stay there for the long haul. They really don't need you going there for 1 week so you can get some photos and share them on Facebook. Again, I realize not every Christian's doing that, but a lot of them are. And I've heard this even from Christians who don't like the way mission trips are done at their church. So I'm glad they have their intention is good, their heart's in the right place. But if they're going there for a week or 2 weeks, and especially if they're going there just to spread the gospel, they're not helping anybody. People in the third world are not surviving because they have a Bible next to them on their bedside. What they need is a bed. So let's go out there and actually help them. And again, I think if churches made an effort to send people overseas for a long time, for a serious commitment, it would be very hard for people like me to say mission trips don't actually help. My name is Hemant Mehta. I write at friendlyatheist.com. If you'd like to leave a comment or question below, we'd love to check it out.
Okay, did you say I've got a copyright strike? Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Can you guys still see me? Please let me know if you can still see me. What's happening to my computer? For some reason, I'm not able to load this picture. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Let me go check here. I don't understand it. Can you guys still see me? Let me check my Okay, you can still see me, right? Right. Dog, that's funny. Dog, that's funny. Okay, just 1 second, guys. I may just hang on in there. Just hang on. I don't know what's happening with this. Just 1 second, guys. I may just. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly happened, but I think I might be able to get this picture for you guys to see in a minute. Let me go get it for you so you can see exactly what we're talking about. Okay, let me share my screen here. Okay, can you guys see? Can you see the? Oh God, what have I done? Let me 1 second, guys. Let me. I don't think that's gonna work. I need to download it and see what happens. I'm hopeless with technology. I'm just hopeless. Okay, so that's the picture. That's up there. Go back here. I wish I had someone to help me. Sometimes these things just don't come easy. Not video file, slides. Would that be a slide? Not a slide. From my computer. Okay, it might be from my computer. Upload a file. Right, upload a file. So download. No, not these. Not that one. Pictures. Would that be a picture? No, not that. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Share screen. So share screen. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Share and okay. Can you guys see this? Please let me know if you can see the picture. See this? Okay. So, can anyone tell me what is wrong with this picture? Can anyone just tell me what is wrong with this picture? This is just this it's heartbreaking. Whoever's given these people this Bible in their minds, they think they're doing something good. They think that this is the way to do it. Look at, do these people really need a Bible? Do they need a Bible? Can you imagine seeing someone in this state and you present a Bible to them? Lord have mercy. He has a Bible and he is severely malnourished. The Bible looks heavier than the poor guy. Paul says it shows that humanity is failing. Michaela Raymond says the Bible is wrong with the picture. Meanwhile, the guy is starving. It all has, it's a religious book. PP Gate, hello PP Gate, and hello Michaela. He's starving and all he has is the Bible. Let me tell you, this just sums up missionaries. This sums up missionaries. Don't get me wrong, they do good things, right? They will go over, they do some good stuff. Yes, I get that. I know a lady who she's over in Africa right now. She's gone with a charity that have a hospital there, and she's one of the doctors in that hospital. Yeah, that's a good cause. That's a good thing. But are you offering the help? Are you offering that health care in exchange for them accepting Christ? In exchange for them reading their Bibles? In exchange for them coming to church on Sunday? Some of these people have to walk miles just to get to church. Why would people have to walk miles just to get to a church? Why? And then the same people would turn around and say that God is inside you, he's around you, he's behind you, he's over your head, he's watching. So why do these people need to walk miles and miles on end to go and find your God? Just sickening when you see some of these things. Mm-mm. All right, let's hear what you guys have to say. Missionary workers are modern day colonizers. Yes, I agree. In most cases, yes. In most cases, yes. So, guys, what do you guys think? Missionaries, do third world countries still need missions and missionaries? What are your thoughts? Yay or nay? Yes or no? Sufficient suffering in the Bible, shaking my head, such a mockery. PP Gates. That's Christianity. They promote suffering as part of the religion. So you have to suffer. Not only do you have to suffer, you also have to be like a servant. Because of course you have to be subservient to your master, God and Jesus. They are your masters. They are in control of your life. There's no escaping, whether on this earth, whether in the afterlife. They own you. These deities, they own you. They want to dictate everything you do, where you go, who you speak to, who you marry, who you're having sex with, who you're not having sex with, how many children you give birth to, uh, um, just everything. They want to dictate everything. This deity. What kind of relationship is that? And we preach that to people who need basic amenities. They need. Can you imagine that picture we just saw now? And you tell that man he has to be a servant to God. His situation is already dire. He's already in a bad way. Now we go over there and tell him, receive Jesus. And you've got to be the servant of Jesus. No, they don't need, Michaela says. No, they don't need mission. They need actual resources. So, Michaela and everyone, now this is a question now, because what I'm going to get after this is some Christians will come along and say, oh, but the Christians have done good things. Oh, but the Christians have opened schools. Oh, if not for Christianity, Africa would not have been modernized. If not for Christianity, they would still be illiterate. They'll still be primitive people, right? So this help that these people need, who should give this help? Who, if missionaries are not, if we say, okay, missionaries, no more, because as they're helping, they're offering their God as well. It's like a give and take relationship. You take my God, I give you help. You don't take my God, I don't give you help. So who is in the best position to go help out in these people? What do you think? Blessed are the poor, life and beyond. Oh, how are you, life and beyond? Blessed are the poor, for this is the kingdom of. Does that not break your heart? Does that not break you? That's scripture. You know, guys, when I read some of the Bible scriptures, I don't believe that once upon a time these things made sense to me. I look at this scripture and I look at it now, and it's like tears should just run down my face. Blessed are the poor, for theirs is the kingdom of God. What if there's no kingdom of God? So the poor have just suffered for absolutely nothing. What do you think? People should stay in their own buildings and stop bothering decent people with their bullshit. But, dog, if people need help, who is in the best position to go help these people? Who do you think should? Missionaries make problems worse because they eat food the suffering need without helping. Yeah, we talked about Mother Teresa yesterday. That woman raked in millions, 30 million a year. And that money never went to the people who needed it. They said this woman had billions sitting in her account. And as far as we know, I don't think she had children. I don't think she had a family. No. But she had billions sitting. Maybe that money is still there now. Most of the money was going to the Vatican. All I'm saying is, if you're a Christian, you owe it to yourself to discover the history of your religion, the things that have been done in the name of your God, your Jesus, your spirit, and all those three in one people. You owe it to yourself to discover what these people have got up to in the past and are still getting up to even till now. People were created to be loved, and things were created to be used. The reason why this world is in chaos is because people are being used and things are being loved. Yes, people need a helping hand. I agree. And the sad part about this whole thing is these countries have enough resources to boost their own economies. These countries, look at Nigeria, for example. Nigeria has crude oil. Nigeria has crude oil, which they supply to other parts. Some other countries have what they call those things, cocoa. Some have cocoa, some have the palm oil, some have different. Each economy has something that they can offer to other parts of the world for some, to get something back, to make their economies thrive. But what's happening is some people have seen that, oh, over there they've got petrol, they've got crude oil. We don't have it. Let's go and take over those people with their crude oil. Then we can siphon their crude oil to our land. That's just wrong. Sorry, I'm getting so animated. I am exactly with you. I don't know why it took me long to figure things out. A lot of us, it took us a long time to figure these things out. It took us a long time to figure these things out. But you know something? Life and beyond, however long it took us, I am glad that we saw the light. I think about my mother who died as a Bible believing, tongue speaking. Did she ever speak in tongues? I don't know. She died not knowing this. Not that anything will happen to her. She's all right. She's all right where she is. She's not suffering anymore. She's good. But, at least we get to know the truth. At least we get to discover it for ourselves. PP Gates. First three words were incorrect. What first three words were incorrect? Problem is, in places like Africa, this should be government responsibility, but none help. So missionaries take the opportunity. Yes, and that's why you can find Christians and these people who come and say, oh, but we Christians, we're doing good things. Oh, but we Christians, we provide schools, we provide hospitals, we provide this. Well, you need to go and see, go to Africa, go and see the schools that these people, these churches are building. Poor people cannot go to those schools. The poor people in the church have contributed to building those schools. Then once the school is built, only the rich people can go to those schools. I don't understand that. They build hospitals with the poor people's money. Then when they've built the hospitals, the poor people cannot go to the hospital. So these missionaries, they do good, but I don't know. I really don't know. I just think this is an ongoing conversation. This is an ongoing conversation. I bet anybody £1 billion that the missionaries that go to these places get their 3 square meals a day. Yeah, dog, they live the comfort of their own homes. And then, can you imagine these people? They've got it all going on. They've got everything they need, everything. And here they come telling these people that you've got the wrong version of your religion. You're going to go to hell if you don't receive mine. They place themselves on this high moral ground. I just think people need to rethink their perspectives. Just rethink. That's all I'm saying. There are things that we cannot change. We can't change them. But going forward, we can at least make better. Herman Matter said, instead of you going, why not put the money together and send to people who are over there doing the work? There must be other ways of doing things. And this is where I'm going to throw a challenge. Yes, here comes my challenge. This is where I'm going to challenge people with no religious beliefs. If you do not have a religious belief and you ask, what is the essence of life? So if there's no God, no creator, so what am I here for? Yes, that's where you come in. That's where you need to Go out and over and beyond your little comfort and be good to someone else. Be kind to someone else. Share a little bit of what you have. Because why I would throw this challenge to you is because when you help, at least you're not offering a religion to these people. You're helping because you desire to help. You're helping because it is the good thing to do. So people that have no religious beliefs, or you're agnostic, or you don't feel the need to go and preach to people who are starving, my challenge goes to you. Nothing stops you from having your own little foundation, your own little soup kitchen, your own little food bank, whatever. There must be something. And even if you don't have to start up anything, you can volunteer your time to, as long as you're not going there thinking in the back of your mind, I'm better and you're worse off. I'm in a better position than you are. At least you haven't got the religion that you're trying to shove down anybody's throats. But that should be our challenge. That should be, let's have more atheists. Let's see, is that the word? Let's see, atheist missions. No, not atheist missions, because I'm not keen on people, just pack your bags off, let's go. Because chances are you go and, you could do worse than the missionaries themselves. But, let's start rethinking these things. There must be ideas. We're clever people. We can come up with some really good ideas. We can change the narrative. We can make the world a better place. Right, guys? Not certain there's a Not certain there's a correct answer, as corruption doesn't discriminate and found everywhere. That's right, PP Gates. Absolutely. There's corruption everywhere. Corruption is everywhere. And also bet that the sexually deficient hypocrites also thank the Lord for their 3 meals. Of course they do. Of course they do. Good old dirty dollar working hard. In God we trust. Gold, oil, diamonds. Did you hear about the American televangelist who said the reason God hasn't shown himself is because the people... No, I haven't. Who is this person? Who is this person saying this? Okay, guys, before I go, I need a favor of you guys. There's a video I would like to review, but I don't know if that video has copyright to it. So I want to show just a little bit of the video, and then I'll be back tomorrow. That would be what we'll talk about tomorrow. So I want to see, so I need you guys to let me know if the copyright sign comes up. Someone sent me this video today, and boy, oh my goodness, it's something every one of us should see. Let me get the video out, and I just need you guys to help me just see if it's a BBC. What do you guys think? It's a BBC documentary over in Africa. So I don't know if it will allow me to watch, but it's on YouTube. I don't understand this whole copyright thing. Hey, Jenna, hello. Agreed. If you can help, if you can be of help to someone, be kind enough to render the service. Act without selling me a used car located in an empty tomb. Exactly. Don't act, don't help. On the one hand, you're helping. On the other hand, you're saying, I'll help you only if you take or receive my Jesus. Jesus is calling to you. Jesus wants to come and take over. I'm helping you, but you must receive my Jesus, my Allah, my... No. if you must help. Help because it is the right thing to do. Help because you've got a passion for helping. Help because, in fact, just help because the person needs your help. You've got plenty and people haven't got. Share. We're not taking this money to anywhere with us. When we die, we're not taking this money anywhere. The money stops, everything stops here. The cars, the houses, they all stop here. There's nowhere we're going with these things. So, and then also when you help people, you feel good. It does something for your ego. I'm not saying you should be an egoistic person, but I'm saying, you know that feeling you get when you've done a good. Some people will say, "Oh, I've done my good deed for the day." You feel good about yourself. It can even help you get out of depression. Some people suffer depression. Oh, I can't get out of bed today. I can't even help myself. Oh, I'm feeling so down in the dumps. But when you help someone, when you start to find meaning in your own existence. BBC will give you a copyright strike, I bet. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Faith Under Fire. BBC World Service is a British. No. Oh, it shows. Okay. So you know what? If we're not able to play this, guys, I would recommend that you guys go and watch this. Faith Under Fire, BBC Africa Eye documentary. I'll leave a link to this video in the description. And it's only 20-something minutes long. It's a must watch.
Across Africa, there's a fight for the soul of Christianity. Rogue pastors are exploiting the trust and belief of their followers for profit and power.
Oh, Jesse Duplantis.
This is where you will die.
As extreme religious movements fake miracles and even commit murder in the name of Christ. Some young Africans have begun to question their faith and are even turning their back on religion.
A lot of religious figures have done a lot to cause people to become wary of them.
As cults and con men make millions from their congregations, the faith of Africans is being tested like never before.
Faith Under Fire. So it should be under fire.
My name is Peter McJoe. I grew up in Nigeria, raised as a strict Catholic. I even had thoughts of becoming a priest. Like many Africans, I'm concerned the faith I held so dear is slowly being hijacked by charlatans and con men. So I've come to Uganda, where over 80% of the population are Christian, to find out just how influential they've become and the impact they've had on the faith of many Ugandans.
Some very poor,
Kanungu,
Western
Uganda.
Communities.
These hills and valleys close to the Congo border hold a very dark past. 22 years ago, Kanungu was the scene of a horrific massacre. Over 500 members of a doomsday cult were herded into a church. The doors and windows were nailed shut, and the church was set alight. Every single person, men, women, and children, were burnt alive. Magara Robert was just a child when the massacre took place. Shekanabo Gashaka has lived in the community his whole life. Both were witnesses to the horror that unfolded.
Oh, Life and Beyond. You know this?
Of the Kanungo massacre that
Okay.
happened here? Exactly this place where we.
Okay. It looks like everything is working great. So we will do this one tomorrow. We will do this tomorrow. But if it doesn't, hey Trisha Star, hello. If it doesn't work, then we'll find something else to review. But the video talks about faith being on the fire in Africa, and so it should be. I think that religion has had a really long ride in these communities, and it's time that people start questioning and start, just really asking the question: do we really need these religions? There are better ways to help us without religion, without your churches, without your mosques. We don't need these things. If you want to help us without the offer of any god or religion. So, anyway, guys, I think that's it for today. So, the name of the video is, let's see, what's the name of the video? Faith Under Fire, BBC Africa Eye documentary. So, if anyone's interested to go and watch it, please go ahead. And yeah, I haven't finished watching it myself, so when I come off here, that's exactly what I'm going to be watching. Right, guys, thank you very much. Yeah, Carlos, how are you, Carlos? Carlos says it reminds him very much of the Jonestown. This was the African Jonestown massacre. Absolutely, it was gruesome. And this was a lady who she was a sister. I think she was Catholic. I'm not sure. The lady who killed all these people. It was horrific. And why? She had predicted the end of the world. She predicted that Christ was coming several times, and it never happened. So instead of just saying, you know what, I got it wrong. All this time I've been preaching the wrong doctrine, the wrong Jesus, the wrong everything. She just decided to kill everyone. Wow. Decide to kill because you have made an error. You have told people that Christ is come. So when people say Christianity is a cult, I may not necessarily agree, but the fact that most Christians are waiting for a day when everything's going to end. The average Christian is waiting for doomsday. The average Christian is waiting for rapture, a day when they'll be taken up to heaven, all their clothes will drop down to the floor, then we will be here being tortured and punished. Christians think that day is coming any day now. You only need to look on YouTube. You see, some people, I hear that some people have already started buying food. Some people have already started stocking up on food. If you're stocking up on food, does that not mean you're not going anywhere then? If you're stocking up on food for doomsday, that means you're not going. We're all going to be here together. Thank you. Hey, Hawiya, hello. Okay, guys. So the agenda for tomorrow is going to be that video. Let's have a look at that. And I'll be back tomorrow. So the missionaries who go over to Africa, it's time to start rethinking. It's time to start rethinking. Africa does not need any more missionaries. Africa does not need, and the ones that are over there, it's time to start putting your bags together and getting out. You can do your good deed. Yes, do your good deed, but keep your beliefs to yourselves. Don't offer your good deed and then offer with one hand, offer your good deed, the other hand you're offering religion, offering your Jesus and your shame on you people. Shame on all of you. All right, guys. Good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. I need to get myself a nice little outro because this thing, I'm getting fed up of this sound on the end here. And please, guys, don't forget to like and hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and watch my other videos. On my channel, I've got some really short clips, 30 seconds, 1 minute long, as tons of them. So you can see Christianity over in, I've got tons of videos. Please go and watch, go and have a fun-filled time. One of the last videos I put on there, this lady went to the gym and she had her Bible. Guys, she had her Bible. She was on the machine and she had the Bible like this and she's working out. She's working out with the Bible. I'm like, gosh, you can't even leave your Bible at home to go to the gym. Come on now. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? All right, guys. Good night. Please take your time. There's tons of videos there's some funny, some not necessarily funny, but there's tons of them there. So I will see you guys tomorrow.